jerk list.
It's kind of a jerk.
Jerk.
Jerk!
I'm a jerk.
You're jerks! Jerk and double jerk!
Jerk. 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 Jerk.
Jerk! 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 All right, the time is at hand for all the jerks and creeps. If you got in your car and tried to get away, guess what? Joke's on you. The eye sees all. The eye sees all. Not unlike Sauron in Lord of the Rings, whose eye saw all the deeds that were going on out there in the world of Middle-earth. Same thing here, except that I'm not wicked. My cause is a righteous one. I'm seeking out all the jerks and creeps to try to make this world a better place. So, before I begin, as I do each and every time, I do want to remind you all, if you feel the sting of the Han Solo Edition blaster, so be it. Just remember, don't get angry with me, because ultimately, I didn't do this to you. You did this to you. Let it begin! First up, the Toronto Raptors make the list. I know they haven't done much to hurt anybody in the last many years, but they were putting the finishing touches a couple nights ago on a win in Toronto over the lowly Bobcats of Charlotte. You know, they don't have anything good going for them. They're up 20 points, are the Raptors. And apparently up in Toronto at their home games, when they score 100 points, everybody with a ticket goes home with pizza, gets to cash it in for some pizza. I always like promotions like this. It's exciting. So the crowd is roaring on its feet, cheering, pizza, pizza, pizza. And there are 20 seconds left and then 10 seconds left, and the crowd is chanting pizza. Toronto has the ball the entire time. The crowd is saying, shoot it, we need 2 more points for the 100 points.
Yeah.
The Raptors just dribble it out and let time expire and turn their own home crowd against them. I'll tell you what, if no one goes to their games ever again, I don't blame you, Raptor fans. Stupid name, first of all, to call your franchise after some fringy dinosaur. I got a new name for you. Toronto Jerks! All right, next up. It occurred to me watching TV last night, I heard some reference on the news to Parkinson's disease, you know. Not a laughing matter at all. And you think about all these diseases, Parkinson's disease. And then I realized, of course, who's that named after? It's named after the doctor or researcher who discovered it. And then it occurred to me, how vain do you have to be to want to get your name out there into the world, to name yourself after other people's infirmity? Am I right? That's really a sick human being who does that. What if I said every time you're hungover, I want you to call that Dameshek syndrome? Just because that's how desperate I am to have my name out there. I'll guess. Tell you what, instead of Parkinson's disease from now on, here's a shorter name for it. Jerk! All right, you know what? I'm getting heated up. Let's cool off with a little bit of sugar with the Get Out of Jerk Free card. Now, the Get Out of Jerk Free card, for anyone who doesn't know, is nice because we're all humans. You make mistakes. And if you get a Get Out of Jerk Free card, it's sort of like the Get Out of Jail Free card in Monopoly. It buys you out of future jerkdom. You know, you get into some trouble with me, you're looking down the crosshairs of the Han Solo Edition blaster. Wait a second, Dave. Before you shoot that blaster, I got to Get Out of Jerk Free card. You're even Steven in my book. So, all right. So, first up, I just made reference to being hungover and such. I like this story quite a bit. Apparently, a researcher has discovered that drinking, boozing, is actually healthy for you. People who drink are healthier than people who don't drink.
Oh, I like that.
I love that. And whoever came up with that research in the calendar year 2007... Please, Joyless Joey, don't interrupt me. Please, I'm trying to get through the jerk list. Whoever did that gets a Get Out of Jerk Free card, and I hope that we don't cross paths in ill manner anytime soon. But if we should, just play that Get Out of Jerk Free card. We're even Stevens, sir. All right, speaking of drinking, Luc Robitaille, we talked about it earlier today, now in the front office of the L.A. Kings, was kind enough to drop me a line and say, hey, congratulations on the radio show, Dave. I, of course, was flattered beyond words because I watched Lucky Luke play his entire career. Enjoyed watching him play on that left wing there, one of the most prolific goal scorers of all time.
Great
and now he's
sudden death.
What's that?
Great cameo in Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I normally would have to penalize you for interrupting me, Diglio, but that's a great reference, so thank you. I almost am tempted to get you to give you a get-out-of-jerk-free card even, but you interrupted me, so let's just call it even. Anyway, Luc Robitaille dropped me a bottle of wine in the mail, and tonight, in honor of you, Luke, I'm going to raise a glass and thank you as my wife and I down that bottle of wine. Actually, probably I'll be the one downing the bottle of wine, the majority of it. The old lady can have a sip or two. And also, I just want to say, now that Luc Robitaille has reached out to me, it's your move, Anaheim Ducks. It's your move. Do as you will. All right, back to the jerks.
Dave,
now, there was a story. Joyless Joey, why are you interrupting me?
I'm trying to save face here. I think you misread the stories. You can't have 6 or 7 cold ones or a whole bottle of wine. It's just 1 glass a day. Moderation. That is the key.
Oh, boy.
Moderation.
I don't what are you talking? You interrupt me to shame me during the jerk?
I was trying to protect you.
Oh, now you shall feel the repercussions of this. Dick Banks, put him in the crosshairs. Ready, aim. What's your problem now, Dick Banks?
Listen, I like Joey. Joey, take it back. Apologize.
No, take back. No. You don't take back.
Apologize to Dave.
Dick Banks, I don't want any apologies. The deed is done, Dick Banks. You are my assassin. You do it without prejudice, without question. Put him in the crosshairs. Ready, aim, jerk.
Sorry, Joey.
Dig that, Joey. That'll learn you to keep your stinking yap shut. All right. You've left me with no time now, except to get to the creep of the week. Creep, creep, creep of the week, of the week. He or she is the creep of the week. Now, we've all come to know that NBA teams, most NBA teams at least, have a mascot who does spectacular dunks during timeouts and halftimes and such. And I think the first one ever, the trailblazer of the group, ironically, wasn't for the Portland Trailblazers, but for the Phoenix Suns.
That's right.
And it's the gorilla, and he's been around so long that you don't even think about it. You know, the Phoenix Suns have a gorilla. But take a closer look. Shouldn't the Phoenix Suns, like the Phoenix Coyotes, at their games, they have a coyote? You understand? The Phoenix Cardinals, the Arizona Cardinals, they have a cardinal as their mascot. So, of course, they have Blaze or something like that as the mascot at the Suns games. No, they have the Phoenix Suns gorilla. The only thing I can assume is that this is blatant racism. What are they saying? A gorilla who dunks the ball? That's outrageous. I won't stand for this in this day and age. Maybe back in the 19th century this kind of thing was acceptable, but you don't throw a gorilla out there. Oh, that's what plays basketball, I guess. Outrageous, Phoenix Suns. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. I'll tell you what, I don't know if David Stern's going to weigh in on this. I don't know if you're going to be fined hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, but I got bad news for you. Here's the start of it. You're the creep of the week. And that's that. Oh, that's it? That's the end of the thing?
That's it, Dave.
All right, whoever didn't...
That was very abrupt and professional.
Yeah, whoever didn't come up with a good ending to that is a jerk, too. I'm glad, though. You know what? I'm happy to have it because it gives me a head start on next week's jerk list. And by the way, I think that whoever didn't come up with that, let me get that down. And
I think that's David Singer, who's not here to defend himself right now.
Fair enough. All right, fair enough. So Singer starts the list, and next week, be forewarned, I would expect to find at least a couple of the Patriots on said jerk list.